Back up 2 inches. Just 2.
Ready, go! Vaccination, vaccinated nation. It's time to open up and have a proper vacation.
So there's a lot of prep work involved in this channel, so we upgraded to the Smart Mic Plus.
We are moving ahead, honey.
So I've used it in the past, and I thought it was cute on Brian. It looks like a little pet on his neck.
Yeah, wait, does this? I mean, I look like I don't know, like a grandma with like a brooch or something. I'm serious. I can't walk. I can't rock this.
Okay.
I can rock a lot of things, but I can't rock somebody's like fur, one of those Russian hats, those winter hats, but the mini version of it.
Well, you would fit in with the Kentucky Derby right now with this.
I'm not an Aspen.
No. Okay, so there's another little cover. If you see this one, I think this one will be better. That one's just for more windy situations when we're driving in the car with the windows down.
Let's take this thing off. I can't. I mean, it's there's a lot. I'm trying to pull off a lot here, and we're in Kentucky.
I keep mine on?
We're in Kentucky.
I know.
I mean, this isn't Stonewall Inn.
Should I? That is a good point. I'm wondering, how open Kentucky is when it regarding just our liberal state of California.
Wait till we come across somebody. I'll be like, well, excuse me for living in Anita Bryant.
Who's Anita Bryant?
She was one of those conservatives that hated homosexuals, and she was against any rights for them. And she was just a conservative cunt.
Anyway, don't say this word C-U-N-T.
I can say anything I want. It's a free country.
Yeah, but my family's gonna watch this.
So please, I swear.
Yeah,
Newsflash, Lynn and Steve, I swear.
No, but C-U-N-T.
It's not. It's changed. It's evolved. It's like everything else. It's the same way in California when they say, I love you. It's like that doesn't mean the old-fashioned version of I love you. It means it's a different, it's a now we said a colloquialism. So you just have to adapt, as language changes. The same way, what else has changed? There's a few words I'm noticing that are changing constantly. Even bitch has evolved. If you call a girl a bitch, it's a positive thing. Oh, that bitch. I was that bitch.
Well, I think it's also
they call themselves.
I think it's the context.
It's always the context, which that's what I mean. So,
if you say,
I'm not saying
fucking bitch. If you say fucking bitch, that's when it comes to be a little aggressive.
Okay. What you doing over there?
Having to delete a bunch of shit.
I'm not using this microphone obviously right now because we're so close. So, this is Churchill Downs, and we're going to have a Kentucky Derby Museum tour to find out everything, because I really... Not until this tour is over, I make it. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. Hello there. I did it. You can do it. All right, come on. I'm excited because I grew up going to OTB, that disgusting place, off-track betting where people go to if you can't make it to the actual racetrack. It was one of the limited ways to gamble in New York State. You could actually do off-track betting. And my mom was obsessed with it. Saratoga, Yonkers. She lost everything.
Just for future reference, that is a gravesite out there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just sorry. I thought that was the winner.
So he did win the Derby in 2006.
Oh, I didn't realize the gravesite.
Buried.
Oh my goodness. Did you catch that?
He's terrible.
Frolicked around a gravesite. And I'll never do that again.
That's why I am maybe he should be behind the camera. Ooh, as my mom would say. Ooh.
That's what she said when she got a gift that I don't think she really liked, but she pretended she liked. There's a lot of oohs on Christmas morning. Ooh, let's look at this. All these crazy hats. Yeah, I told you we should have worn them.
Okay, back to tomatoes.
It's very English. Ooh.
Wait, she had tomatoes on her dress.
Maybe we'll find out who Anita Madden is.
Who Anita Madden?
These are dresses that she wore to different galas. This is pretty cool. It's like a history. What do you think so far,
I think
Ryan?
it's pretty cool. I mean, I've always wanted to go to the Kentucky Derby during the week of the races, so this is exciting to prep ourselves to come back.
Yes, it is.
Don't you
Okay.
think?
They have announced that it's time for us to make our way to the Great Hall, and that's where we're going for our tour. By the way, these are fake tattoos in case you missed it in the last videos that came off in 2 weeks, thank God.
Look at the smear campaign.
Huge mess on his arm. Ooh, look at these.
I think this is the best brand.
Okay.
Anybody ever been here before? Welcome back and welcome. Can everybody hear me okay from here?
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to get it as loud as possible, if I just let me know. So welcome to Churchill Downs. We are the home of the Kentucky Derby, and the Kentucky Derby is the longest running consecutive sporting event in United States history. So we've been going on since 1875, and we haven't missed a single race in all that time. So 147 years, 147 Derby winners. As we go throughout the tour today, you're going to see those Derby winners. You'll see all these green flags above us. Going all the way back to 1875, Aristides on that corner post over there. So we got our start here from a gentleman named Colonel Meriwether. He saw what's called the Epsom Derby. It's a very fancy old English horse race. If anybody's ever seen My Fair Lady, it's the Epsom Derby because Eliza Doolittle goes to see it. It's also spelled the same way. They just say Derby over in England. We say Derby here in Kentucky. And he was inspired. He wanted to bring back something like that to Kentucky. Didn't have very much in the way of money. Did have two very wealthy uncles named John and Henry Churchill. The Churchill brothers leased him the property, got us started here in the 1870s. 1875, our very first Kentucky Derby. Winner that year was Aristides. He set a North American racing record right off the bat. Attracted about 10,000 people out here to see the first run for the Roses, so not too bad for a first run or for the 1870s. But towards the 1890s, we went through a little bit of a slump. There was an economic depression. That never helps things. People weren't very interested in attending the race. Owners weren't very interested in entering their horses into the race. And that's indicated by some interesting runs here in the 1890s. For instance, 1891, we had a horse named Kingman win the Kentucky Derby. Kingman still holds a record to this day, and it is not a record you want to hold. Kingman holds the record for the slowest ever Derby winning time in history. It took him nearly 3 minutes to finish that race. We're known as the most exciting 2 minutes in sports, not 3 minutes. Now, to be fair to Kingman, there was a couple of reasons for that slow run. Number one, it was a longer race in those days. It was 1.5 miles, not 1.25 miles. And number two, apparently, all of the jockeys were told by their trainers in the 1891 Derby not to be front runners. Now, that can be a good strategy for certain horses. You get a burst of speed at the end of a race. They're called closers. But when all of the jockeys are told not to be front runners, nobody front runs. All the jockeys are just kind of looking at each other like, should we go fast or something? It was nicknamed the Kentucky Funeral Procession the next day in the newspapers. Not the best publicity for a horse race there. Nowadays, we've got about 20 horses that compete in the Kentucky Derby each year. Anybody want to guess how many horses were in the 1892 Derby?
10.
Any guesses?
10.
5,
68.
2, 3. There were 3 total horses in the 1892 Derby. Great news for Asra. For instance, 1913, Donna Rail. Donna Rail still holds a record to this day. It is much more exciting than slowest ever Derby. Donna Rail holds the record for the longest odds of any Derby winner in history. His odds were so long, he was such a long shot, not even his owners bet on him to win. Donna Rail's odds to win were 91 to 1. That means if you put down $2 minimum bet on Donna Rail to win, you would have won back $184.90. In 1913, that's the equivalent of about $4,000 in today's money. So people started getting very excited about the Derby around this time. 1915, we kept that momentum going with a little horse named Regret. Interesting name for a Derby winner. Regret was named that way because when she was born, her owner didn't think she would be a successful racehorse because she was a filly, or a female horse. She proved him wrong by beating the boys in 1915. She became our first filly to win the Kentucky Derby. We've had 3 of those in our time here. 1915 Regret, 1980 Genuine Risk, and 1988 Winning Colors. Now, the Triple Crown, it's a really difficult thing for a horse to win because it's a run of 3 races in the course of only 5 weeks. So it's back to back to back. 147 years, we've only had 13 Triple Crown winners. Now, 1919 Sir Barton, he was technically our first Triple Crown winner. But in his day, we didn't have a name for it. It wasn't called the Triple Crown. It was just like, yeah, you won those 3 races. Please keep doing that. We didn't have a name for it until 1930. 1930, Gallant Fox. When he won those 3 races, they started calling him the Triple Crown King. The name stuck. We started officially using it in 1935 for Omaha. And one note about these 2 horses, 1930 Gallant Fox, 1935 Omaha, that's our only father-son duo to win the Triple Crown. In fact, all thoroughbreds that are alive today, you can trace their lineages, trace their family trees, back to 3 foundational sires from the 1600s. That's the Byerly Turk, the Darley Arabian, and the Godolphin Arabian. Those 3 sires were bred with English mares, and that's how you eventually got the thoroughbred or the thoroughly bred horse breed today. It's a specific breed of horse bred for speed. I have no idea. I just know they're rubberized.
Okay.
That's a very interesting question. I've also had the question of how many tires they have. Still haven't been able to find that.
What did you ask her?
I just said, what material would you mix the tires?
Oh.
It's a lot because they usually use a similar material in pretty much anywhere that you ride. So even like an indoor ring, it's usually some sort of shredded rubber material mixed with sawdust and things like that.
I just learned something new. I'm gonna get
No, I've been riding my entire life, so I've been on.
See, people ask me sometimes, do you ride? I'm like, I watch them and I will talk about them, but I'm not going to get on.
It's much nicer to fall on too.
Yeah, I would say so. And jockeys and also exercise riders, they have a lot of safety equipment they have to wear too.
You're like that dream sequence of Romy and Michelle's when she knows the mixture for glue. She knows the formula for glue.
Did anybody tell me who won in 1973? Secretariat, and he is peeking up right over there. Who's heard of Secretariat? Yeah, that statue is not a secretary, by the way. That's a bear sight. But the sign is over here, 1973. The secretary, he's up there in gold, so he's a Triple Crown winner. But he didn't just win the Triple Crown. He set the record for not 1, not 2, but all 3 of those races. And his records have not been beaten since 1973. So he still holds the fastest Kentucky Derby, fastest Preakness Stakes, and the fastest Belmont Stakes.
It's amazing. I'm gonna get a picture. Really get a picture. Look at this up here. It's so cool.
1995 by the Global Jockey Club. And that's a National Historic Landmark, so we don't make any changes to that. That being said, you might be wondering, wait a second, Carol, I thought you said we started 1875. Those weren't built till 1895. Where the heck did people sit for the first 20 years? Well, for the first 20 years, people sat on the opposite side of the track. 2 problems with that. Number 1, the sun's going to be right in your eyes for most of the day of racing. And number 2, you are downwind of the stables. That is not the best place to be unless you really love the smell of horses. You see those green roofs over there? Some say Bill Ford Proud. They're kind of peeking up through the trees over there. That's our barn and backside area. We have 47 stables. We have a capacity for 1,400 horses. Y'all got any questions while we're out here today? It's a lovely day.
You said it was 1.8 million?
$1.86 million around about.
Okay.
Now the total purse for the Derby is around $3 million, and that goes to the first, second, third, and fourth place finishers in descending order. So the first place gets the most, fourth the least. And that's why you hear what's called in the money. If you finish in the money, that means the horse has finished first through fourth place, one of those. And so they get a piece of the purse, and that's for all races, not just the Derby. But yeah, that's around about how much.
But the purse is determined by how many people are betting?
The purse is not, it partially is determined by betting, but it's mostly like established, especially with grade stakes races like the Derby, it's established purse.
99 to 1.
So OTB is off-track betting?
And so if you couldn't make it, it's basically a way to bet on the horses if you couldn't make it to the racetrack. You know, they were all over these local, they had, you know, they had outlets or, I don't know, off-track betting spots. I don't know, I can't think of the word right now, sorry. But anyway, there was one in Newburgh, there were two in Newburgh actually, and you would go there, but if you bet, that's what I was saying to her, if you bet a horse that was 99 to 1, you got paid based on the odds when the books closed.
Oh,
so if
yeah,
you
that
became
makes
a
sense.
favorite, you're like, fuck, I fucking bet on before anybody else did when he was the long shot. Now just because everyone else puts money on afterwards, I'm getting screwed. That's why she was saying that you can actually lock in the odds. You know, in fact, the interesting thing is when I was in London, we were betting on the World Cup. You know, the sites, because it's legal there to bet. If you bet on like a long shot, you know, I don't know, like if Italy is never long shot, they're usually like a favorite. Say it's like Italy versus Slovakia or something. I don't know. I'm sorry, because and Slovakia is a long shot, but then they get the first goal before the game ends. You can reverse or lay the bet and just lock in your profit that way without having to worry about whether you win or lose.
All right, guys.
Where? You're really good at that. Just speed up. I don't like riding.
Come Derby Day, there's 4 years have gone into preparation of that horse. It's bred into these horses to run. The heart and determination is bred into them. Once the foal was on the ground, the next morning for the hogs early. And really that's day one, the first day of preparing him for the rest of his life. Let's go ahead and tell that heritage.
Yearlings are like children, I think, where you take one to start him off from scratch. He's a big baby, never had a drive on him or a rider or saddle on him, and you break him and see him do all his lessons right. He does develop into a top race horse. That's the satisfaction you get out of it, I think.
So we wanted to do bourbon tasting. We just went to Angel's End because everyone said that's the distillery to go to. And across the street, it's Louisville Slugger Field. I'm like, oh my God. And there's a game in 2 hours. Come through here. This is what it looks like inside. I mean, it's pretty. Look at that. It almost looks like a banquet. You think it was like a banquet or something. But anyway, we asked about tickets, and somebody doesn't even know when or where we can buy tickets within here. So it's Like a Kentucky Hall of Famers, like a Kentucky Hall of Famers. But I think it's very funny that we were like, okay, what are your tickets? And one thing, and then I was like, well, I can probably buy my lunch. Like, I don't know, maybe. Isn't that funny? Is that funny? Well, there you have it. So we're going to go to the distillery. We'll sit there. We'll decide because we're also off to Chicago for this night. Probably doesn't make sense to go to Louisville. Although I feel like a Louisville game for some reason is more interesting than going to a Chicago Cubs game, right? We'll have to see. We'll figure it out.
I'm actually really into both ideas. I've been to a Cubs game and I loved it. It was really iconic because Chicago Cubs are really good in the most part compared to the Pittsburgh Pirates where I'm from. And Louisville, I don't know much about it. I mean, they did a great job with the stadium. It looks like it could be a fun time.
All right, well, we're headed over here to distillery, and you can see the word Angel right there in the middle. It looks like it's almost all connected, isn't it? There's a brewery there too. Maybe this is actually, maybe that's what like the real distillery is, where we'll take the tour. But this is the place that people say is the fun spot. Is this Angel's Envy?
It's right over there.
Oh, it really is over there. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, there it is. It has to be there. And there it says it right there. Angel's Envy. Franco, I think you can always spit the bourbon out. Like
Spit the bourbon out, yeah.
That's what they do at wine
Well, that's
tasting.
what they do at wine tasting, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, when in doubt, spit it out.
Oh my God, you just made that up.
Yeah, Grandma Pat, she came up with that.
She's amazing. I love your grandma Pat.
She does like to party like a little cray cray, and so she always like has to just pace herself. And sometimes, whenever people are doing shots, she goes,
Wow.
"It's disrespectful," she said, "to not cheers."
She fits right in with Kathy Hilton.
Who's Kathy?
Who's Kathy? Kathy Hilton from the Real Housewives. What do you mean, who's Kathy? Kathy Hilton, who made everybody think that they were downing.
Paris Hilton's mom.
Yes, who made everyone think that they were downing martinis.
Martini.
She's a little prankster, that Kathy Hilton. She's a prankster.
Yeah, Daddy.
Oh God, when he does that daddy thing, I swear to God, I want to find that Jorley and wring her neck.
Jorley, shout out to Jorley. I'll always be your daddy.
That's so filthy. It's
I'm just kidding. It's more of a joke. You know, you don't take anything so like.
all I see are those messy tattoos. I can't wait for them to fade. We might have to go get some like Brillo pads and scrape them off.
Hey, nothing is permanent.
Nothing is. Certainly, I hope not that hair, dude.
Let's go check it out. How dare you!
Just go like this.
You know what? I'll have whatever the fuck I want it.
Maybe run your hands through it a couple times. I mean, have some respect.
You're a dirty.
Have some self-respect.
You're a dirty.
You don't have any respect for yourself or your
You know
hair.
what? Calm down. Calm your titties down.
Oh, me calm down?
Welcome. Welcome to Angel's
Across the
Distillery.
country and
this
back.
is Angel herself.
Yes.
She owns the distillery. How long have you owned this
She's
for?
the envy of every angel.
I've worked here a total of 9 days.
Oh my God.
Welcome to Angel's Envy. It's going to be your best stop.
I love
Wonderful.
it. It looks beautiful in here.
I love the high ceilings. I love it. The rustic.
This building, it's been around since 1902.
We should capture that.
Yeah, I'm a guardian.
Wait, are we screaming during their tour?
Yes, we are.
It's okay.
Can you guys stop screaming? Other people are on tour.
Oh, shoot, we gotta use our voice.
Try to use your inside voice for once. Well, she did say that they had the 1 ounce tasters or something.
And what I do, I'll tell you, happened to me many, many, many.
I have to say they present it very well. right, so here we go. We have decided going to a
Sluggers game.
Sluggers game is much more interesting than going to a Chicago Cubs game. And I don't even know if the Cubs are playing at home when we're there. But even if they are, we don't care.
I would say it's much more interesting.
I just think, when are you going to be in Kentucky to see a game? I mean, people are in Chicago all the time. It's like going to New York and seeing a stupid Yankees game. Wow, this place is cool. So, here, hold on. So this looks like it's where everybody comes before they can see a Sluggers game. It's right next to the field.
We need the audio on.
You can hear me. This is exactly where the people
Yeah, but
go.
it's gonna sound good. It's gonna sound better.
I know we need the audio, but just...
Let me get it
Can you
straight.
not ruin the video by saying we need the audio? You see this sour cream? This is how sour cream's supposed to be. When you go to a Mexican restaurant and they bring out milky, soupy sour cream, it's disgusting. And it usually means the restaurant's disgusting. Now, there are a few exceptions, but you know the sign of a good restaurant means they use good ingredients, good stuff like this. This is sour cream. The United Kingdom has no good sour cream. No matter what you buy, nothing is this thick. Take a note, the United Kingdom.
I'm sure the United Kingdom is watching this channel. We're being healthy.
We start by have sour cream.
Hey, I'm taking that you're eating a salad. That's a plus.
I eat salads all the time.
Not as much as I do.
That's all you eat.
Touche.
But this is amazing. This is like some sort of
You guys
chili.
gonna watch the game, right?
Yeah,
Are
we're
you
gonna go
gonna
watch
come
the game.
in with us?
Me, no. I got other stuff to do.
You gotta work, right?
Yeah, I gotta work.
I hear that. We're going to Chicago next.
That was very nice of you, by the way, to offer me your power bank, dude. That was really sweet.
Yeah, man.
I love that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like we've been encountering really nice people on
You
our
gotta be
travels.
careful, though.
You gotta be careful, absolutely, because you go a couple blocks on that way and then
Okay, you ready for this? Man, I can't believe. I think we're right up front.
It says
So, I admittedly did not know they weren't part of Major League Baseball because I don't know enough about baseball, embarrassingly, as an American. But we're row 1, seat 11. All right, guys, we're in Louisville, Kentucky, at a Louisville Bats game.
hey, look at this.
And there's a rugby. Ready as well, rugby. Well, I've certainly never been this close up. This is going to be awesome. What do you think?
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I'm excited too. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Now having a free on the radar Robinson.
Okay. We are close. I don't know which side.
Hi.
Help us.
Thank you.
You're right here.
Awesome. All right.
He was in the right place.
Oh my God, that's a
Thank you, sir.
9 or 11.
Appreciate it.
You bet, brother.
Dude, this is all. Perk, it said row 1, Perk.
You just want to be in row 1 always.
He said that's my boo boo.
What did you say?
Said I know it. That's my boo boo.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
Thank you, Perk.
They'll scan it, yeah.
Cool.
I
Okay.
wouldn't tear it off, yeah.
I'll take a margarita and a hot dog.
I don't have that though here.
Oh, we
Only
gotta go
the
up there.
concessions
Oh, I have
has
to go
that.
up.
Yeah, all I got stuff. So.
We
Yeah,
do
but
have a
special
$10
menu.
credit. We have a $10 credit.
And they'll scan the tickets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or I scan.
I'll have an all beef hot dog.
Came in yesterday.
Do you want a all beef hot dog?
You came
Well, I thought the dollar one.
We just bought these like
Yeah.
a half hour ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
Yesterday.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, I thought you said when'd you get here?
No, we're legit, guys.
Oh, yeah.
We
What
said-
gate did you come through is what I was
The front gate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where it said
They
Club
didn't
and
tear your
Suites.
thing off.
No, she just scanned it.
Okay.
I think she must not thought we had good tickets. I don't know. We don't
She
look
must
like
have thought that we looked like we got some crummy tickets.
She's like, who are those?
Oh yes. She thought we were dressed like crummy ticket holders.
Are you getting all of them?
Yes.
They're laughing at us because they're like, it's only funny because it's true. Apparently, we're living our best lives sitting here in the front row.
Oh my god! Thank you for buying these tickets. I'll get drinks or I'll get dinner for us later.
I mean, come on, if we're gonna go to a baseball game in Louisville,
Yeah. He's originally.
I just don't understand why it's not the Louisville Sluggers.
Well, because they don't play during this time of year.
I don't think they said they don't have Major League Baseball.
Not anymore. Maybe they used to, and then like they went on a different path.
We should ask Kirk.
It's expensive to maintain a team, you know.
I'm gonna ask Kirk.
I bet you Kirk knows.
Is this the warm up? This has to be warm up.
Yay! Let's go, Brandon! You remind me of your grandmommy when she bent over and grabbed the ball down there, and I just pop it in her hand.
Oh, Jesus.
I just acted a kid.
I know you.
I really think that. Don't you?
We're watching the Bats versus the Redbirds. The Louisville Bats versus the Memphis Redbirds. And given that we were just in Nashville, I'm feeling like I'm glad that it's another Tennessee team. That's a strike. A 3-strike, you're out. All right. Miss Messi just swung and everyone felt the breeze, but he hit the ball big time last. There's a man on first and second. It's the 8th inning, and they have 1 run. Oh. Poor thing couldn't win today. Poor thing. What's he doing with my beer? Okay, I had 2 times this much beer before you took it. I want my money back. Oh my God. Thank you. Nice to meet you.